Hi, you're welcome to another episode of Not a Gossip Show with Charity Crusader. And today I am going to be telling you the best place to put your visions and your goals instead of your mind. So before that, let me quickly tell you a story. This story is about Dave and Sarah. So Dave, you know, was a very hard-working young man who had lots and lots of visions and goals. He juggled a lot of things at once. He had big dreams. Sitting down in his house, he thought about it. He wanted to go into business, get in shape, learn a new language, take different courses, and lots of dreams, good dreams that he wanted to achieve, good goals that he wanted to achieve. But there was a problem. So he had all these goals swirling around in his mind, competing for attention. Every day he would think about what he wanted to achieve. Somehow, just somehow, he never got much done. So one day, David was so frustrated. And so Sarah noticed Dave's frustration and asked him what was going on. So after David told her what was going on, she said to him, "What if you try this? Why don't you write them down? Why don't you put them down on a paper, in a book, or somewhere? Just write them down." At first, Dave shrugged it off. He was thinking, oh my God, this is just going to be another thing added to my long list. But that evening, Dave sat down while he was just meditating and thinking, and he began to feel overwhelmed again. And because of that, he decided to give it a try. And so he wrote down all his goals, his visions, and then he could see everything clearly. For the first time, he could just see everything clearly glaring at him. And then what felt chaotic, like a chaotic storm, became organized on paper, and he could prioritize what comes before what. He could break things down into smaller tasks and focus on what really mattered at that point. So, guess what happened in few weeks? In few weeks, Dave was able to make progress. He wasn't just dreaming anymore. He wasn't just moving around with goals and dreams in his mind, but he was making progress. So, this is what I want to talk about. This is exactly what I want you to know. Why just think about those dreams? Why just carry them in your mind? Why just have them swirling around in your head, competing for attention? Think about it. Yes, our minds are incredible, but they are not designed to hold on to those ideas, to hold on to dozens and thousands and millions of ideas, goals, and tasks at once, all at once. So when you carry those goals in your mind, it becomes tangled up, it becomes a mess, and then they are constantly competing for attention. So the best thing to do is for you to write them down on paper. Put them down. Write your vision down, and then it becomes clearer. What happens when you write your dreams or your visions or your goals down? First, there is clarity. There is clarity, and that clarity helps you to focus on exactly what is more important at that point, at each point. What comes first? There is prioritization. What comes first? What's the best thing to do at this point? So when you are clear about what you want, when you write those dreams down, you will realize that I've been dreaming about this, but at this point I just realized that I don't really need this. I don't really need to do this. This shouldn't even be part of my dreams or my goals. And then you get to see your dreams much more clearer. And secondly, you get to prioritize. So after writing them down, you get to know which should come first and which should come second. And then you are able to track your progress because you have them written down. You can easily tick them, track your progress and, oh, this one is remaining 50%, I think 50%. So when you write those dreams down and then you write down step-by-step procedure to achieving those dreams, you'll be able to know where you are at each point. So you'll be able to track your progress and then you're able to be accountable. So if those dreams are just in your head, in your mind, staring back at you, it won't even be hard for you to ignore them. But when they are on paper, you just know you need to tick them off. You would be accountable. You will want to do them. You will want to be committed. Finally, there will be reduction in stress, and you won't have so many things, dancing around in your head. You just have to, since they are prioritized and they are clear, you'll be able to take them one step at a time without feeling overwhelmed. So what does this really mean for you? It means that you have a goal, you have an idea, you have different ideas, tasks, just floating around in your head. Give it a trial. Grab a pen, grab a paper or a book, a notebook, or maybe your phone, but I prefer a book. First of all, write them down in a book, prioritize them and start. Know what comes first, know what comes second. What's the most important thing at this point? And then you prioritize those goals and then start. When you start with your big picture in mind. Don't start with just what you have today. When you act like where you're going to, who you want to be in that industry, in that line of business. So I hope this really helps you. This really makes meaning to you. Goals are written down. And when you write down your goals, there is difference. It's when you don't have your goals written down, when they are just in your head, it's just like a wish or something like that. But when they are written down, then it's not just a dream, but a plan. A strategy. Yes. So write down your goals and stop carrying them in your head. Thank you so much for staying till this point. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And do not forget to like, to comment, and to share. Share to as many as people who are vision driven, people that sometimes they feel overwhelmed because they have lots and lots of dreams, burdens they carry, and you would really love to help them. So share and then come back next time for another video, for another interesting talk that will turn your life for the better. Thank you.